Or
Yeah, hello people, and welcome to another fine episode of Who's That Anime with your host, Steve and Colin. That's me. It's me.
and me.
And him. Him, even.
That is me.
Him.
Yeah, me.
Yeah,
And there's you.
I am there, yeah. You are totally not on the screen there, but that's fine. Right,
I can't see me for the video I have of me in front of me so that I can see my mouth moving at a speed that is not going to slow me down.
a wee delay. Alright, I paid.
Yeah, it's a painful delay. It's like having your own audio fired back at you. You just slowly watch your lips and you're like, it's a good second behind.
It has never bothered me in once. One slightest.
Well, it continually bothers me, but that's par for the course for me, I think.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So, yeah, it's another week. We're still doing Serial Experiments Lain.
We are.
Episodes 7 and 8.
Yep.
Is on the cards tonight. I don't really remember episode 7 that well.
No.
Been...
So it's like peek behind the curtain here, folks, is recently it has been really fucking difficult to record because I'm either exhausted or I have crying children to contend with. So that has not always been great. And you know, whatever love in the time of COVID or whatever the fuck you call this period of life that we're in right now, there's a series of extra complications because literally any time someone coughs, sneezes, has a slight fever, you have to lock down and things are bad.
Yeah. Or don't.
Not to age this evergreen podcast, but you know.
What, raccoons?
Was that evergreen? Was it evergreen forest?
That was Evergreen Forest, man.
Oh shit! I used to love the raccoons. It was my jam.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like I don't think there's that many episodes.
Okay, slight tangent. How many episodes do you think there were?
8.
Oof. Let's find out. Let's find out.
I don't know, because it was always just kind of like randomly put on. It wasn't like a regular time.
Well, I think.
I mean,
you're about to get a pretty big shock.
yeah.
Yeah, there were. Well, how many seasons, first of all, do you think there were?
Like there's seasons?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm fucked.
Yeah, they're not British seasons either. You know, where it's like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's Canadian, I believe.
It is Canadian. I did not know that until I looked this up now.
I knew it was Canadian.
It says that the series began as TV specials broadcasts between 1980 and 1983, and a direct-to-video special in 1984, before becoming a series in 1985.
That may be the reason why I never really remembered it as a season. 'Cause back then, things weren't brought over straight away. It wasn't like instantaneous because people could just download it off the internet. Because
Nah,
it wasn't
shit,
much.
man. I was watching all sorts of crazy stuff. Like you couldn't age me by what I watched as a kid.
No, that's true. Especially since you watched Fist in the North Star when you were, what, 6?
I did, but even further than that, like I regularly watch things like Parsley the Lion and Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men, which are TV shows from I think the 60s.
60s, 60s.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
early 70s.
I think they moved on that. But yeah, but that's because they were rerun. I remember them being on Channel 4, like.
Oh, for sure. But I
Yeah.
also like bought the VHS of them.
But here's the thing, right?
Yeah,
Channel 4. When
Channel
did
4.
when did that come a thing?
I want to say it's like either the late 80s or the early 90s.
Uh, Mid 80s, I think. I think it was about
Is it
85 or
mid
something.
80s?
Yeah, but I've been obviously a bit older, but not much. A couple years.
Oh, couple years older, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I don't think I would never. Don't remember it being on.
I have always remembered Channel 4, and so this, like, for any American listener or anything like that, the idea I imagine of having, like, think about this, three television channels and that's it is literally all we had.
Yeah.
So
Well, the BBC had a monopoly on it for a long, long
yeah,
time.
BBC One, BBC Two, and it would be ITV, I suppose, or STV, depending on what region you're in.
Um, I
Or
had
actually,
Grampian.
Grampian, I suppose, is the other.
Grampian was this part of Scotland, and I think it
I
was all
I
different.
remember that. I remember that as a lad. My gran used to have a flat in Crieff, which is
Uh,
nearish here,
yeah.
and we used to watch Grampian there. We didn't used to get Grampian on the west coast, of course.
No, and you had different shows on the
Yep.
different Channel 3 podcasts. Oh,
Which
because
is still the case between ITV and STV.
is it? Yeah, I suppose it is because that's
Yeah.
Scottish TV and well, like, don't isn't STV just pretty much all everything north of the border now of England?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like it's all amalgamated. Like there's no regionalized television in Scotland anymore because why bother? Uh
Well, I think they mainly did it mainly because the big hills get in the way of the signals, like all throughout Scotland.
that
So
is so funny that's you're I bet like I know you could be totally goofing right now, but I know deep down you're not and that's exactly why that's the thing.
it's probably is. So it's like, oh, all right, well, we need that channel to broadcast on this side, but we don't have like the mass to carry the signal over to the other side. I mean, it's not like Scotland's divided by hills as such. It's just one big massive hill, really.
It's just lots of fucking hills.
Except when you get down to the
Unless you live in the
lowlands.
borders, in which case it's just a billiard table.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I used to come down and I was staying at my grandpa's who lived in Pollock,
Ah, okay.
which is part of Glasgow for all those
Yep.
non-Glaswegians and West Coasters out there.
Oh,
Um, yeah, and they would get obviously STV and have
yep.
all like different programs. Like I sure went down there and they had like the Land of the Giants on Channel 4 and stuff like that, which I don't think was broadcast up this way at the same time anyway, and stuff like
Land of the
that.
Giants was a Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning
I
and
used to watch that.
Lost in Space. You know these actual old '60s
Yep.
stuff, not like the thing it
Ye-
came out.
And The Prisoner used to be on as well, I
Oh
think, on
God,
Channel.
Prisoner, where he got chased down by a rubber ball, a beach ball all the
Yep.
time.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. They did a spoof of that in The Simpsons.
Well, it came a thing. Then you had like that deep space movie that Red Dwarf was apparently based on.
Oh,
What was it called? It had like the
Star
talking
Six.
bombs. Dark Star? Was it Dark Star?
The is that John Carpenter?
No. Don't know if it was John Carpenter or not. Jesus, man. It certainly wasn't. It was all right. It was kind of like
It was
psychological
it
film.
was hey, uh Dark Star is a 1974 sci-fi science fiction action comedy
Uh-huh.
directed and produced by John Carpenter.
He did comedy?
Oh, well, I mean, if you've seen uh, if you've seen Ghosts on Mars, you'd know the answer is yes.
No, I don't think I ever watched that one. That came in like 90s, didn't it?
I think it's either like I think that Ghosts on Mars is actually early 2000s.
Was it? Maybe. I'm sure I saw it in
Ghosts
the video drop.
2001. 2001 sci-fi horror. It is. Oh boy.
You like horror?
Anyway, going back to it. How
Uh-huh.
many episodes of the Raccoons are there?
I already
Not
said.
including the specials.
I already
Not
said
including
8.
the specials.
I said
Yeah.
8.
Okay. 60.
60. That's an
Yep.
alright number.
There's 5 seasons.
I only remember. I think it was always the specials that I ever saw because it was only like ever on so often on BBC. It wasn't a regular thing. I don't remember the was a regular season or not on BBC.
Was it on the BBC? I
thought it was.
My God. I thought it
Or,
was Channel 4, but
well, or ITV. As the
do you
kids
remember the
thing.
names of the raccoons?
Bert.
Yep.
Ernie.
Nope.
Then no. And that girl.
Ralph.
Ralph, that was
Ralph. Melissa.
it. Uh-huh. That was...
And then there was the bad guys.
Well, not all the bad girls. You got Cheryl's near.
Yep.
And the pigs.
And I don't remember the pigs.
And then you got his nephews.
Cedric.
Cedric and his girlfriend.
Sophia Tutu.
Sophia Tutu. Really?
Apparently.
And then you had the 2 dogs.
Schaefer and Snag.
Schaefer and Snag. Who lived with humans.
Yes.
And would come out and play.
This is just a preamble to our new podcast, which is exploration of the raccoons.
Maybe.
Can you watch that? Is that anywhere to watch?
Well, the raccoons.
Yeah.
Maybe over in America. It might be on Netflix or something.
It is literally nowhere.
No? Oh. Weird.
That is it must be like a lost show. That's crazy. Oh wait, hang on.
Ah, it's not lost.
Hang on. You can buy it. Oh. Not in my location, but somewhere on Amazon.
Okay. Why might not your location?
It just says the video is currently unavailable to watch in your location, so.
Right, okay. Do you buy it on the streaming service?
Yeah, you got to buy it from Amazon.
That's fair, because you got Bertha and Charlie Chop on Amazon.
Oh god.
Charlie Chop.
To be fair, I have
Charlie
bought Freakazoid on
Freakazoid. Freakazoid.
Great show. Way better than it has any right to be. Shit.
It's kind of like Animaniacs.
It was the follow-up to Animaniacs, wasn't it?
I think maybe it was a spin-off character from Animaniacs. Like,
I didn't remember him being in Animaniacs, but yeah, that's probably fair. It was Steven Spielberg as well, right?
that might mean, I don't know. Is it Steven Spielberg that did Animaniacs? Because I thought it was like,
yeah.
Wow.
I remember his name was at the top of every episode.
No, I maybe just watched it and like, oh yeah, that's pretty funny. That's what? That's stupid. I haven't watched the new season of it yet.
It's good.
No, it's seen clips. It seems pretty good.
Yeah, they did a good job. I laughed a lot.
And very um, political in some episodes, I believe. How political
Well,
Snipes.
they never weren't political. They were always very political.
Mm. It's very
People forget
educational.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's funny to look back on some of the older jokes, and people are like, they're like, oh yeah, they've become too political. It's like, yeah, but this is from the series in the '90s. They were always this way. They
Yeah.
never liked Republicans. Don't worry about it.
No.
Why do you think Bill Clinton was in it?
Why did think they had Pink in the Brain did the whole thing they ran for Republicans,
Yeah.
and the Brain became president.
Oh, those are the days.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're here to talk about just to talk about Serial Experiments Lane.
Yeah,
Um,
let's crack into it.
how far are we into this? Oh God, we're
Well,
like 15 minutes in. We haven't even talked about the show yet.
we mentioned it at
That's a
least
whole.
3 times now.
We have, yeah, you're right.
We're name
So
dropped.
as I said, like we have watched these episodes a while back and have not had the chance to talk about them yet. So it's going to be a little fuzzy. I'll apologize up front, and hopefully some of the hilarious banter about the raccoons will make up for that. I hope. So I suppose. Uh,
I'll start with the title. What's it called?
yeah, the title is Society.
Oh, Society.
Society.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Right. Oh, they kind of knows what happened in it in a vague way.
yeah, it's good
Uh,
enough.
uh, I
I think
know.
the gist of it
Mhm.
is that it sort of starts off with a demonstrating that Lane is becoming more and more involved and more ingrained as we've kind of seen like the progression of her uh almost like integration with her computer. She's becoming more and more or the computer is becoming more and more part of her as she communicates, and Alice, who is her friend, is starting to like worry because I think
Yeah.
that was the whole thing. Is like her and that group sort of brought Lane out of her shell
Yeah.
to talk with them and like go out and hang out and have fun. And I think Alice is quite worried that Lane is starting to like shut down again because she's spending a lot of time in her room on her Navi, and when she's not there in the school, she's using that little Palm Pilot thing we've seen.
Mhm.
She's not engaging with conversation as much, and Alice is showing signs of concern for her.
Yeah. I don't know. Last episode though,
I think it sort of expands
because
across. Like I feel like she confronts her in this
because
one about being distant.
maybe a bit more. I mean, sure, the last episode was kids, and she was doing that. She came up and said, "Oh, you haven't been out with us. That you're not getting kind of going back into your shell, being a bit
No, but
lonely." And then she
in the
makes a
last
comment.
episode she actually hangs out with them.
Yeah, but that's after they made that comment. And she says, "Oh no, no, I meet people. I'm not alone. I meet people online." Type thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
that's
then and
true.
then then hangs out and then sees all these kids putting their hands in
Yeah,
the air like they don't care.
he's this guy demon.
Yeah, this guy
Uh,
doing which is lame.
suspiciously like her.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think you're right, but I seem to remember there's like more emphasis on like her diving into that world, like because she's now like becoming very non-responsive and not really talking a lot. She's not engaging with conversation at all anymore, and
Yeah.
is off in her own little world. It's less about like talking about the time she's spending because she's still in the conversations at that point because she's actually answering their questions. But
Yeah.
now, like, she doesn't seem to be a part of those conversations anymore. She's just sort of like being nudged to give input.
Well, maybe. Because I don't know. I can't really think what this one went with. As plot line. I just kind of know how it kind of ended. And I'm not sure if you
But
see the downfall of her sister a bit more after what was it?
yeah,
This when where her sister kind of just like starts gibbering.
it's episode 6, right?
Yeah. Distortion?
Yeah. Kids. Distortion's episode 5.
Distortion is the one where she goes a bit mad. Kids is the one where they're all
You're right.
praying to
Yeah,
Lane.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, Distortion. Yeah, because that's the one with the prophecy, and then Kids is the one about the doctor who murdered all those psychic children.
Yeah, and a big explosion, I think.
Yeah,
You know,
this
just
show
like
is not Akira.
it's
It's definitely not Akira.
just like a hero. Um
Uh, but I think yeah, at this point, like that's sort of the initial part of it, but I think Lane is still trying to track down the Knights because they're obviously picking up this Project Kids and improving on it, which obviously could be quite negative considering it murdered a bunch of children. Uh,
yeah. And
the
then
Yeah, you go on.
and, and then you start to see kind of like members being summoned in the nights to do something.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh so you see like an office worker, he he's getting this thing in the mail and he looks at it and you see this woman who says that I think she gets like, oh, I get paid pretty well for working at home type thing. And
yeah.
she has a kid and playing games, and she plays games with the kid and beats the kid at the games because she's better than him. Um, he's a bit
You have to
upset.
assert dominance.
Yeah. Also, the kid was meant to go to his friends, but doesn't, or something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's right. We're
then
basically seeing all the members of the Knights being informed, I believe, of sort of Lane's
uh,
interest, I guess, and who she is, and
yeah, and then she gets summoned by the mailman. Mailman delivers a package or something to her. And he goes, "Oh, that's quite impressive. That's a quite impressive Navi you got there. Ah, I sure like to like help you out with it. Only I don't really know anything about it." And kind of like eyes her up and tries to shut her up, and she's like, "Ah, ha, ha. No, not
yeah,
tonight."
yeah, yeah.
I think, and I think it's the same mailman that delivered the computer to Lane.
Yeah, I think you're right. The guy who was like overly interested in the fact that she had the new model.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
because she's I'm a bored housewife type. He's like, oh, and she's like, no, no, you leave.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Weird mixed messages.
Yeah. So and then she goes, "Oh, I've got to go out for a bit to our kid, leaves the kids playing the game." Does she not like go and kill someone? Assassinate someone?
Maybe
Oh, no, no, yeah, yeah. There's people getting assassinated, I think.
being assassinated.
Sure, there's people getting assassinated this one.
Let's just say, for the purposes of conversation, that there are, which seems like something the Knights would do. To be fair.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and then it kind of progressed, and the two dudes with the goggles, whatever,
Oh, they're
cybernetic,
power scouts.
yeah, they come back and ask Lane and sees Lane walking home from school or something, and asks her to get into the
Yeah,
car. Would you please get into the car? And then she's like, two strange guys asked me to get in the car, and then they go, well, just to reassure that they're not going to hurt her, because we're not going to hurt you. I won't do anything to you. It's like, exactly what two weirdos do.
Yeah, like because regardless of the situation, I'm pretty sure that's what you're going to say. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
good for them.
yeah. But she does. She gets in the car.
She does.
And I can't remember if they actually talked to her in the car or not. I think they had a wee
uh,
discussion.
General banter,
Yeah, like, where are you taking me? Oh, we can't tell you.
and then but they are going to like a lab of sorts.
Uh, yeah, they certainly go to a building with like a random dude sitting in the middle of an empty room with a computer and saying, "I can't get this
Yeah,
to work.
please fix it.
Please fix it." And then Lane
This
fixes
is
it.
my complicated method of IT support. I kidnap young children and have them fix my computer. The
Yeah,
mouse don't click no more. Please come and fix this.
something like that. And
Yeah.
she looks inside it and like, "Oh, you need to like put a jumper here," type thing. You remember jumpers? I mean, like not like the thing I'm wearing right now, but like things to bridge points on a circuit board.
Well, I mean, yeah. Like I've never used any in a computer.
Never, not even for a hard drive.
No. Well, I mean, I've connected a hard drive to a motherboard.
But like back in the day, like you had to tell if the hard drive was slave or main.
Oh, yeah. Like by removing the
The
yeah. I've done
jumper.
that stuff before.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. The connect. Yeah. The jumper connections. Yeah.
yeah.
I've done that.
No, no, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I do remember that because I had a computer in the era of IDE hard drives. So
Talking about that, I was upgrading one of our friends' computer, and I got his old one, and
oh
I I pulled out, and it's like, wow, well that drive's not going to work. It's an IDE hard drive, and it's like, what? Hope,
shit,
hope it's not his working drive.
a, a whole 20 gigabytes.
Wow, they went higher in IDE. They maybe
I I
half a
think I
terabyte.
had I think I had 500 gig was probably the last,
Mm.
or maybe a terabyte actually, but
Really?
close. Yeah, but
Cool.
maybe.
That's a lot of that's a long time to transfer files. Like,
Yeah, everything took a fucking age. Um,
yeah.
'Cause, to be fair, like my first computer, I had to type Windows in on the boot screen to get it to launch Windows. So
Wow. Windows, not just Win.
no, well, maybe. It was what I was told by my dad's company's IT people.
All right,
So
that's
we
fair.
got like my dad's company were like getting rid of all their old equipment, and that was where we got our first PC.
3.1
I think that yeah,
or
or
NT.
no, that was 95 first edition.
Oh, 95. Yeah, I did it that. You don't really need to do it 98. Anyway,
No, we had 98 second edition. So
yeah, that's kind of when really started using a computer. My dad got like a 286 back in the day, and it's
well,
tried
it's
to
good stuff.
tried to play Doom on it.
Uh,
It
I
worked.
but that's pretty. I'm well. Everything runs Doom, I guess, right?
I
So
mean, it worked
uh,
if you stuck it down to like the smallest screen size, which is like
postage stamp.
a postage stamp size.
Nice. We had my dad. And I hesitate to use this word to describe it, but it's true. Had a laptop, an
Uh-huh.
Amstrad laptop
Oh God.
that ran Windows 3.1.
I got an old laptop. It's from my dad. Um, lying in my room, I think.
Shit.
All I know is it weighs more than my PC.
Yep. That is also very similar. Is that it like the hinge for the screen was in the middle of the laptop because the battery pack was so fucking big at the back.
Yeah, it's probably the
I
same.
think it was 16 installation discs, 16 installation floppy disks for Windows 3.1.
That's not bad. I think I
Yeah, it was good times.
came across like maybe floppies for Windows 98 or something,
Oh, for
and it had
years
like
and years and years, I think it
50.
was like I think our Windows 98 machine didn't have a disk drive. We had
Wow.
a we had a 95 machine. That was the one we started using, and then we got a 98 machine.
Hmm.
And we used to get the PC magazine that came with all the freeware on the discs.
Yeah,
So that was basically my life for fucking couple of years. And then
yeah,
we updated to I think that one died, and then we ended up updating to a Windows XP, like an early XP,
yeah,
to be like 2001,
yeah. You didn't go
2000.
into me, Windows Me,
No,
Millennium.
no one should have done that. No, nobody should have done that in hindsight.
I should say I was at university, so all that is was wasn't exactly legal. Mysterious means.
No, we always had legit copies of Windows, but I definitely on that XP PC downloaded so much music from Napster and LimeWire.
That's what everyone did. Oh, Napster. That's
Oh
just the
yeah,
thing. Um,
it was legit at one point.
it was when it came back after getting sued.
They had an app on the Wii U.
I don't know the Wii U. Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
What happened? They got bought by Time Warner, didn't they?
Napster.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they got bought
I
bought by someone.
such a fucking crazy thing. Like, because I was in on Napster probably like almost day one.
Yeah, it's. I only heard it through the grapevine, as I usually do, which is always lost.
Oh man. Who owns them? Who owns them? Who owns them?
You rarely bought them.
Napster brand and logos were acquired at a bankruptcy auction by Roxio.
Roxio.
Napster was purchased by U.S. electronics retailer Best Buy for 121 million. On December 1st, 2011, pursuant to deal with Best Buy, Napster merged with Rhapsody, with Best Buy receiving a minority stake in Rhapsody. On July 14th, 2016, Rhapsody phased out the Rhapsody brand in favor of Napster and has since branded its service internationally as Napster and expanded towards other markets by providing music on demand as a service to other brands, like the iHeartRadio app and their all access music subscription service that provides subscribers with an on demand music experience as well as premium radio. 20th of August 2020, Napster was sold to virtual reality concerts company Melody VR.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, things go weird sometimes. So that's what happened to Napster. I used Napster for maybe a bit for MP3s, and then I moved on to something called Direct Connect, which was like a peer-to-peer system thing where you and more of an IRC kind of like
Yeah, that
base.
would be like oh fuck was the name? Usenet sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it might have been a Usenet backbone. It was called Direct Connect, and this got
Yeah,
things.
my friend used had Usenet, but the thing was is you had to like it got even grayer in some instances because you had to like pay for access.
Yeah. Ah, not for that. And then it was good old torrents came up, and
Oh
everyone
yeah,
started using that. And then
what was it?
still
As
technically do.
Azurius?
Azurus or yeah, or uTorrent, stuff like that.
Uh, what was the other? Deluge, I think, was the last one, or QTorrent were the last two I used.
Yeah. And that's
Used them to get
it's fun.
Alan Wake video files from a Humble Bundle deal.
Oh, okay.
They had a torrent link.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah, those were the Wild West super illegal days.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to Serial Experiment Lane.
Yeah, she fixes that fucking computer.
Yeah, she picks the computer, and the guy asks her some random question, and then basically gives um says something like, "Oh yeah, you aren't in the lane; it's in the wired," or something like that.
Uh, I know, like, does he not tell her that they're one and the same?
Or maybe she does. Like, "Oh, you in the other lane is one and the same type thing." Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
I feel like he tells her, and then he starts like asking her about where she came from and stuff like that.
yeah, do you know your parents' birthday when they got married and stuff like that?
Yeah,
And she's like, "Oh, I don't
and
know."
she didn't know jack shit about
Yeah,
anything. She has a bit of a breakdown. Um, she converts from like being sort of the mousy lane, uh, you know, to being sort of the more aggressive lane, the one that the Wired's more used to.
yeah, yeah. She certainly turns into that one. And then yeah, basically said, "Oh, she's kind of a bit of an anomaly type thing. She shouldn't be on the wired type thing, or she shouldn't have connected to the wired."
Yeah, it's I don't. I'm not sure I take the point on this one because I feel like the opposite is true further down the line. So yeah, this is not my favorite episode.
No, it's kind of forgettable. But and then they're like, "Oh, we don't want you to be about type thing. We're gonna like put an end to it or something like that. But let her go." Oh, she started something.
Yes. Yeah, she fucking argy bargies her way out.
Something like that. Yeah, it was because she fixed the computer to get on past the protocol to get on the
Yep.
wire or something. It then
Yep.
kind of like brought the lane from the wire into the real life or something. Or not, well, not
Yeah.
brought her into the real life, but she started that one. The wire started to
The
do things.
personalities flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. And then they were like, "All right, cool. Well, something's starting to happen here with the knights and all that." They started to make their move type thing. This is getting
Yeah.
interesting. We'll let you go. And she walks out. And then one last comment from the guy in the middle of the room is it's like uh something like, you don't really have parents or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This
Are
is
are they really your parents that you're living with?
Are they really your parents?
I think was
Um
comment.
I This is not a great episode.
No. Oh, I suppose that's mainly because we don't really remember it that well. Um and then she
Even at that.
leaves. Yeah. Then she leaves and then goes back. And then I think to meet the sister. And sister's just kind of
Yeah.
walking into the wall like a broken character in a game.
Yeah. Uh, uh, uh,
Uh,
uh, uh, uh,
fucking
uh, uh, uh.
Kikechi. What's his name? Kichiro? Who's it from
Oh
Ghost
yeah,
Stories?
Ichiro from Ghost Stories.
Meh.
Hang on. I don't know if this will come through in the recording or not, but I'll try. Just see if this is.
Because his pajamas are gay.
That's the one.
You're that good. Excellent.
I heard it.
If you heard it, it's on the recording.
Yeah. Because the pajamas are gay.
Man,
Or
Keiichiro.
pajama to pajama
Best
pants.
worst character.
Best worst character. There's worse characters. Anyway,
There's definitely worst characters.
yeah, and I think that was pretty much the end of that one, as far as I
Yeah.
remember. I mean,
Um,
there was more to do in the Wired, but I can't remember.
what do you think about this one? What's your rating?
Well, it's been a week after watching it, and I've kind of only taken away probably the biggest points from it of car going and meeting the head honcho of the guys in the car with the laser eyes, uh, and basically getting berated and told that she's not real and she's an anomaly of the world. Uh, it's all right. It adds to the story because it is an episode that's moving the plot forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, into because all you knew is about these guys, and they're like not the knights because they tell her in the last episode.
Yeah.
And then so they'd say, "Oh yeah, we're not the knights. Who are you? Oh, we're some government agency type thing. Top secret.
Yeah,
Hush, hush."
yeah. We're gonna we're gonna take you. It's our job. We're like the department of getting this guy's computer fixed
Pretty
is
much.
our agency. So we do. Um, every now and then he's like, "Yeah, look what happened to the screen." It's like, you pulled the RAM out when the computer was on. Don't do that.
A 6-year-old kid got really upset and slammed the keyboard into the screen. I was at one of the schools that I go to for work
Oh
to
God.
fix it, and it was just like the head teacher there was. I was talking to the head teacher about stuff because I was trying to sort things out. And he says, "Oh yeah, this kid," and they kind of mentioned this kid's. They mentioned something along the lines of, "Oh, I spoke to the parents about the kid the other night. So are they going to pay for the screen?" And they were like, "I don't think so, but we can't really force them to do that type thing." And and he was like, "Yeah, so this kid yesterday decided to put a keyboard through a screen." Like it wasn't an old screen either. It was like one of the newer ones that we were handing out like maybe a couple of years back. Well, not handing out, but the schools bought it in. Anyway,
I mean,
but then
just fucking bill the parents.
yeah, I think that's what he was aiming to do. And then the kid got into trouble again for something and got sent. And she was like, "Oh well, you know what you did yesterday?" And the kid was thinking, "What did I do yesterday?" type thing. In an awful quiet way, and it's like, "Well, you know that you broke the screen. Colin's here to come to fix the screen for you." So, and the
Oh
kid
shit.
retorts, "It's like, oh, that was 2 days ago."
Fucking hell.
Like,
Oh,
it doesn't matter when it was, kid.
that
It's
kids going places. Jail likely, but
high school, Perth High School, because I swear that's the catchment area school.
oh, so this is a primary school child.
Yeah, I told you,
Oh God.
6-year-old. There's a 6-year-old.
Oh yeah, you're right. God, 6-year-old.
Oh wow, 6 or 7.
My nearly 8-year-old gets confused between 5 minutes ago and a week ago, so that is very sharp for a 6-year-old.
Yeah. That's anyway. Yeah.
Like bleep out the school name though, right?
I never mentioned the school name.
You did. Well, you mentioned the catchment,
Oh,
so
I mentioned the catchment area. It's a few schools.
yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's on you, man. I'll bleep it if you want it, but I'm just suggesting.
I mean, I think it's fine. It's two pretty big.
So what's your score?
I'm going to go for a 5 because it moves the plot on. It does actually. It's not like the episode before where it seemingly has a tangent to the rest of the thing.
Yeah.
This one actually has meaning within the context of the show so far. Sort of.
Yeah, I agree. That's my I think it's my least favorite episode of the lot so far, I think.
Yeah.
Um okay, so moving on to episode 8, Rumors.
Rumors. So this one I watched today.
Okay, good.
I didn't watch episode 7 because I bought the DVD set. And the DVDs go from disc 1 is episode 1 to 7, and disc 2 is episode 8 to 13.
So let's be clear here. You didn't watch that episode because you didn't want to change the disc.
That's right, because the disc was already in the machine. I'd have.
Oh no. No one will
Well,
ever say we didn't try.
I tried. I watched it earlier last week.
I I tried really hard when I watched these episodes over a week ago.
Hey, well, it was just the fact that I'd had to like put it in, watch episode 7, and take it back out and put the second disc in to watch episode
That
8.
is how discs work.
That is how this works, and that's why streaming services are so much more superior now.
Ruining the DVD industry.
Yes. I
If
mean,
it was a Blu-ray you'd bought, they'd have all been on one disc.
yeah, I know. Should have bought the Blu-ray. I don't know if it's out in Blu-ray. Probably is.
It
Anyway,
is. I almost bought it.
the most part. I bought the DVD version for some reason. Don't know why.
I
Right.
could not tell you when the last time I bought a DVD.
um, I know when I did, just there, like a few weeks back.
I would have to check my Amazon history to find that out, I think.
Anyway, episode 8, rumors.
Hmm.
So this one's start about something about finding love and stuff like that, and then Lane's walking into the school, I think, and then her friends come up and go, "Oh, why do you do it, Lane? Why you do this?" And Lane goes, "What?
Yeah.
I didn't do it." And then so, well, why did you do it? And then without explaining what she's done, and Lane's just like, I don't know what you're on about," type thing. The blank stare that she gives. And then Alice goes, "Oh, okay, I believe you." Where the other two are like, "Oh, it's totally her. She totally did it." Uh,
Is it Lane? Like I believe you. Wink.
Wink.
Right?
Yeah,
Definitely didn't do it. Wink.
wink.
Uh, yeah. Yeah.
And then, so I don't know. Oh, there's more to that, was it? Jesus, I
Uh,
watched it and I've forgotten that there was a bit more to the start.
there's like, do they not? Do they not like tease more of what it is by saying, haven't you heard?" or something like that? I don't know. Like, I
Yeah,
I know
there's
where this goes.
yeah. Uh, and then at the end of that bit was like, there's a guy. You see a car drives up to the entrance and hand something to the gate saying, "Yeah, I'm a teacher," or something. "I work here." And then the
I'm
guy,
a school man. Let me in.
yeah, something like that. And the guy lets him in. And then Alice looks at the guy in the car, kind of gets embarrassed, then runs away.
Yep.
And her two friends start giggling and chase her. And Lane's
Yeah.
just left in the blank going, what? What's fucking happened? So I
As
think,
a weird point, I suppose. So.
yeah, I think at the start of this is does she not come out of her room and talk to her sister? And her sister's just
Well,
kind of going,
she definitely notices that her family are being extra weird because does she not come home and like her parents just like straight up ignore her?
yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
just sitting so or like sitting at the dinner table and she's like having a whole half of a conversation. They're just like, no, no, don't want to engage with this.
not listening. Yeah. But should no was this did that happen before or after? Because they certainly had the conversation, and then Lane tries to go, "Hi, mommy, daddy. Someone I had a weird conversation the other day. Some guy tried to tell me that you weren't with my parents or something like that. Is that true?
You,
Or something like,
blank.
oh, when did you guys get married? Type thing, and then just
Yeah.
stare down at the coffee table, and then
She,
she takes a swig, and then suddenly there's both of them have their head turned, staring at her,
yeah.
saying nothing,
It
nothing at
is
all.
super weird.
Yeah, really weird.
I think there's like this is where we start to like get into, you know, Lane continuing to investigate on the Wired and so on and so forth, and uh, she's really struggling with her existence on the Wired and her existence in the world.
Yeah,
Um, because she doesn't, I don't think she doesn't believe that she is present in both places at the same time,
yeah.
where everyone else seems to think that that is the case.
That's right. Everyone thinks it's her, but she thinks there's another her out there. There's another scene in the school where she's on her device. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So this, I think the other bit happens afterwards. But she's in the school on her device, and everyone kind of just stares at her, type
Yep.
thing. And even the teachers start staring at her. And then I think there's a message on her phone that comes up and goes, "Everyone's staring at you,"
Yeah.
in a weird
Yeah.
weirdly,
Like fourth wall breaking type thing.
yeah. And then she goes away and tries to contact Alice because she's obviously a bit miffed about what's happening. Because when she leaves the classroom, everyone else stares at her out in the corridor. The lunch ladies are staring
Yep.
at her, and she's getting a bit freaked out. And tries to go, "Oh, where's Alice? I need to speak to Alice," type thing.
Yep.
And then I don't think she ever gets a response. And then
No, she goes home though, right?
I
After
think,
that,
yeah, I think she eventually goes home after that, and that's where
and
she
she
has
jumps
her.
on the wire.
Yeah, she goes to the wire, comes off the wire. I think talks to her sister, and goes, "Are you all right?" And his sister's going blah 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 blah. uh,
Yeah, she's
and
her sister's doing a really bad impression of the adults from the Peanuts uh cartoons.
yeah, 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 it's something like that. It's like she's just all in the dark, just kind of like had a complete mental breakdown of some sort for some
Yeah,
reason.
but the thing is that uh Lane obviously then at this point, I'm pretty sure it's at this point after she's kind of spoken to her sister, she's on the Wired and discovers that there's a rumor going around that Alice is having fantasies about that teacher, and that's why she was blushing.
Yeah,
in the first place.
and ran away embarrassed. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I don't know if I don't know if it did go like that. I thought it essentially just happened to appear, and Alice was like having fantasies of the teacher, and it was a bit not so graphic, but graphic enough.
well, I suppose like my read on that was that like obviously Lane couldn't be there for that. I
Yeah,
think that like I, I think that the it was sort of like a weird visualization of that rumor. Uh, and because I think the other excuse me, the other part of that rumor is that Lane is the one who told everyone,
yeah,
and that's why everyone was staring at her, right? And no one was saying anything. Like that's the reaction there, and that's why she couldn't find Alice because Alice had clearly vacated the premises. Uh, but I feel like it's sort of like the visualization of that and the because then of course like Lane and Alice are having like this is where we see weird face Lane and it gets super intense and I really don't
mhm.
like it.
Yeah. She's just sitting on the bed.
This is sort of lewd Lane of kind of in that creepy sort of way with that weird face. I am going to use
Yeah.
that for the episode image. I need to find that face. Um,
All right.
but yeah, like it's Alice obviously has sort of had intimate thoughts about her and this teacher,
Mhm.
and I think that that's the rumor that's going around the Wired, and that the other rumor is that Lane is the one that told everyone. But I don't think that Lane in the real world knows that that's the case.
Yeah.
But Lane in the Wired is sort of teasing Alice about it
Yeah. And
in like
she's
a kind of weirdly aggressive way.
yeah. And then she's in like a chat room of some sort, and
Hmm.
she's been talked to by an omnipotent being
Yes,
as
that's right.
sorts. Are you God? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm God type thing, but maybe I'm God because I everywhere and anywhere in the world was I think the conversation.
Yeah, because like this is the part where Lane starts to properly question her existence and her control and who she is because obviously she doesn't remember or the Lane in the world doesn't remember saying anything about that. She doesn't remember starting a rumor,
Yeah.
but obviously the Lane in the Wired seems to have done that. And is like weirdly taking pleasure in the fact that it's causing someone so much pain. Um, but obviously the Lane in the world is now sort of really upset about the idea of like nobody wanting to speak to her ever again. She's just started to like talk to people.
Yeah. Uh, I mean that makes sense. So somehow at some point it kind of visualizes her trying to kill off the lane in the Wired.
Yes,
So she finds the lane that's on the bed and it's like, I'm going to kill you type thing. And go ahead and do it. Or
it's said with as much pathos as that as well. It's pretty good.
yeah. And then so I don't know. I don't think she could for some reason.
I think like the point is though is that she now realizes that there's a like she's been struggling with her existence and how she exists and where she exists and what form.
Mhm.
And now this seems to have proved that even though she didn't want to believe that she was present in you know the Wired and the world at the same time, because that would mean that there's more to her than just her.
Yeah.
That seems to be the case.
Yeah.
So, and obviously this omniscient being is speaking to her about the kind of godlike power that can be used, uh, and it leads to this conversation about it's sort of a Haruhi moment actually, where um, Lane sort of she kind of just like changes reality.
Uh, yeah, it seems that way anyway. She certainly deletes. She wants to delete her memory from everyone,
Yeah,
and
and but specifically of the rumors, like she just
yeah,
wants to not have that be present in anyone's mind anywhere.
yeah,
It's this sort of it's quite a good scene actually. I did feel quite sorry for her. Like I remember, the idea of being in school now terrifies me because any rumor or anything of any person like could just ruin a child. Like could properly ruin your life.
yeah. Social media is a pain.
So like I think it's a good scene of like, where she's then like it kind of takes her back to that point of like being ready to go to school
Yeah,
and seeing Alice and the two cronies, but them being really happy to see Lane.
yeah. Hey, Lane.
It's like, oh shit, I did
Yeah,
it. I
I
can delete people's minds.
I did it. It's kind of like basically the European uh Union's right to be forgotten,
Sure.
just like that. The right to be forgotten. That's what happens when you apply for the right to be forgotten. Everyone kind of forgets who you are, and
It's like GDPR.
yeah,
Um, when you call that company and say, I don't exist to you.
yeah, exactly.
And they have to be like, yeah, yeah, okay, I guess.
Secretly just stashing it all away somewhere.
Yes, they definitely don't do that because there's a fairly hefty fine that comes with that.
Yeah,
It's 10,000 euros per infringement,
yeah. I
which, if
don't.
you're a relatively large data source, uh, adds up quickly.
Yeah, I know. But you can only get done if you get caught.
Very true. Very true.
That's
So
the
yeah, like
criminal all crime.
if you're gonna do it, make sure you don't get caught.
Pretty much.
Uh, but yeah, so Lane has had this sort of direct uh, impact on the world, not the Wired, but like the world. Um,
Seems that way,
and
yeah.
I'm now questioning my own existence at this point because I don't understand why that would be the case. Um, on
It's
top of
an
that, though, I
anime.
think we start to see. Do we not start to see like the other Lane is now present?
Yeah, so she deletes the memory of her from everyone, and she's
Yeah,
walking along, and everyone goes, "Hey, Lane, so happy to see you." And then she goes, "Hey," and instead of her going forward, it's the other one
that's
that
right.
kind of jumps out in the shadow, and they're all like, "Yeah, let's go to Siberia tonight again." Oh yeah, that's cool. We should do that. And oh, you could all come around to me, and we'll get clothes and stuff and get dolled up.
Yep.
And then it kind of leaves and goes, and she goes to Lane and goes, "Ha, ha, ha!" Type laughs in her face. I am Lane.
Yep.
Oh, you're right. Lane is Lane, and I am me. Was the line that she
It's
says because
it's
she
a really
said that.
weird,
Hmm?
it's a really weird scene. Like
Yeah,
I like the imagery of like her. It's almost like her soul is being pushed in one direction and her body's being left in the other, and like she's just left in this brilliant whiteness, like in
yeah.
a nothingness.
Well, I think that's kind of what it's meant to indicate in
Yeah,
that scene. Uh,
it's it's pretty good.
yeah. Um. Yeah. So that's kind of that, and then it leaves her, and then kind of like throws her into a mixture array, and she kind of like is flying through the air in a bear costume.
These are my favorite parts. I love that bear costume.
Yeah, as she's also like, oh no, I screwed up. It's not me is out there, it's the other lady now.
It's the other one.
I deleted
Yeah,
myself. I was fooled.
it's very weird, and it's like it's gotten exceptionally weird in this episode.
Yeah, it's getting to the point, and then when they got to kind of like move it forward and come to a climax and stuff. There's only what 6
Five more
episodes left.
episodes.
5 more, 5 more, 5 more episodes. You're
So
right.
what do you rate this one then?
Uh, I don't know. I think it certainly turned up the notch of weirdness. Got the creepy lane in, getting
Yep.
it's moving the plot forward a lot, and raising more questions. I'm going to say, let's say a 7.
I am going to go with an 8.
Ooh, an 8.
I really liked this episode. I thought that it dealt with some really interesting stuff. It kept the mystery flowing while pushing it forward. It still left me completely, what the fuck is going on?
I
So
feel
yeah, like I really liked this one. I thought it was really good episode.
I feel that you'll be still saying that after episode 13.
Yeah, I will be. Like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
There's not much left and
Uh,
tie it up.
and that's us for
Mhm.
today.
Yeah, that's that was Lane, Serial Experiments Lane, episode 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
Ah,
Um,
do you have the clip from Ghost Stories? There's
what one?
there's a clip where basically um the girl goes to her brother's like, what the fuck you say to me? And then he just like has a moment of thinking and he goes, 7? It's like, what? I can't remember what it is, but he just comes out with something it's totally not the answer to our question.
I don't have that one. I've only got this one
Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
and this one
Go home, you sillies!
and this one
Because his pajamas are gay.
and this one.
Leo! 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 God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it!
Oh, that's probably this
That will
one.
never not be funny. I still laugh at that every time I hear it.
Noticed. I noticed.
Oh, it's so good.
I think that's the best one.
I think you're right. I need to spend some time and cut it down so that I can get Leo and Goddammit on their own button.
Oh, so you can actually just do it.
Yeah, just do it myself and
Yeah.
just do it until it's funny for me.
Leo,
Which is
Leo.
immediate, to be fair.
God damn it. God damn it.
I was someone the other day sent me an old clip from Police Squad.
Alright, yeah.
It was a guy talking to a woman, and he's like, we need to talk, and she's like, okay, but let's go outside into the Japanese garden. And
Yeah,
they
I watched that.
walk out the back, and there's just a bunch of Japanese people stood in flower pots.
Yeah, I watched that and then I looked at the comments and all the comments says, nah, they wouldn't think that's racist at all.
It's not racist though.
I know. That's not really. It's just
It's just really stupid.
it's just incredibly stupid.
Really stupid. To me, there's like nothing you'd be more likely to watch that show and be offended if you were really tall by that guy that just constantly keeps flicking food out of his mouth off screen because he's too tall. I get it. It's a joke based around someone's ethnicity, but at the same time, it could have literally been anyone.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a Japanese garden, and that's, I think, is a thing.
And
Maybe
it
at the
was a
time.
garden of Japanese people.
Yeah, it wasn't a full-on racial slur.
I read somebody in the comments seemed to suggest that Police Squad had so few episodes because they said there were too many jokes.
That's obvious because it's too many jokes. Well,
There's
well,
so many jokes though.
well, that's
That show cracks me up.
the whole thing about that show on Naked Gun is everything was a joke.
Oh, it's incredible.
Airplay was pretty much the same. Basically,
I
just
love Airplane. Love Airplane 2. Love Naked Gun.
just keep flinging. Everything was a joke.
It's so good. It's so
And-
good. Anyway, you
don't
should watch
promise-
Police Squad. Police Squad's very funny.
It is.
We are a podcast.
Yes,
As you
we are.
probably know if you're listening to this now. We can be listened to anywhere where good podcasts are available, which is pretty much everywhere. Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Overcast. We are available at anchor.fm/who's that anime, if that's somewhere you like to listen to podcasts as well. We have a YouTube channel where we are putting up, slowly but surely, the video recordings of these episodes and another audio and accompaniment episodes. So we'll be posting about those in our Facebook page. You can find us at www.facebook.com/who's that anime. We post about when we release new episodes and when we release new YouTube videos, but also we post occasional memes and things that I may have bought at some point because I haven't shared that photo yet, but I will do, of my Haruhi Suzumiya CD that I bought.
Oh, did
It's
you get
very
that?
nice. Yeah. I'll need to post the pictures of that. But yeah, we occasionally do stuff in there. Colin likes to play video games, as do we all. But Colin plays video games at twitch.tv/couchfuel. You can find an archive of all of Colin's previous videos, that some of them, including myself and other friends, on YouTube, and you can just search for the channel Couch Fuel.
Yeah. Makes sense.
For me, I like to play games at twitch.tv/hailpayman, usually horror stuff when I get a chance. I don't get on much, but when I do, always horror. And if you've missed it, then there is again an archive of that work on YouTube under the channel Hail Payman. If you would like to leave us a review or a rating, anything like that would be great. It doesn't need to be a 5-star review, although that would also be very much appreciated. But any criticism, as long as it's constructive, absolutely welcome. And if you want to tell a friend, that would be really cool.
Be good. Go and do that. Go and do that now. Tell a friend now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Do it.
Do it.
Tell one, because if you tell one friend and then they tell two friends and then they tell two friends and then they tell two friends and then they tell two friends. I can't remember if that's Wayne's World or not. I think it might be Wayne's World.
That sounds like a Wayne's World thing. That'll be many friends. Been taught.
It'd be a lot of friends.
Unless you only have two friends. So you tell one friend.
Those two friends might have two friends.
Oh, but like those two friends might only have you as friends. And then you just keep telling each other.
Yeah.
Be a lip.
It's just three people telling the same two people over and over that podcast.
Yeah.
Until eventually they all kill each other because they are tired of hearing about this anime podcast that no one wants to listen to anymore because all they do is tell each other to listen to it.
You should listen to this.
Please don't let that be the case. I'm so sorry if that's happened to you.
If it has, please write in the comments below and we'll maybe try and help you further.
Mexican podcast standoff, is that what that is?
Maybe.
You should listen to this podcast and tell 2 friends. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we've got 2 friends. What about them? They only got 2 friends.
It's like, who are they? It's like, well, you and the other guy. Shit, well, I told both of you.
Yeah. We can't do that.
The tell 2 friends thing does not work if you're a group of 3 friends that don't talk to anyone else.
I can fall into that category sometimes.
Oh, I am potentially in that category right now.
Don't talk to anyone.
So, we have a few more episodes of Serial Experiments Lain to continue talking about. We'll have our usual cleanser episode after this series, followed by another series that we're kind of discussing about what to do now. I did speak very briefly with Colin before we started recording this episode about a potential guest show to talk about something. Tease that now. We'll see about getting that in the books. No promises as for date, but you know, I think we could get something special on the go.
Yeah. Well.
I'll need to create a new video frame.
Oh yeah, you need to put a Triforce.
That's a good idea.
Triforce.
Actually, I have an even better idea, and I am not going to say what it is. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to tell anyone. And I'm going to send you the template the day we do it. And you're just going to have to go with it.
Oh God. God damn it. Oh, hope it isn't triangles. Because I was thinking triangles now.
It's not triangles.
See if we had like more and like, wait, was it 4 triangles? If we had 4 people, we could have made a Triforce.
Yes. Yes. That would be correct.
And then people would
I
have
had to think about that way more than I'd care to admit.
And then people would have to sit really still and centered in the picture. Otherwise, it would be off out the filter.
Constantly. Yeah. That is an issue.
So maybe best not with myself.
Yeah, don't do that. So yeah, we will be back next week.
Yeah, with another thrilling episode. Getting really interesting. I watched episode 10 at 9 and most of 10 today. And I was enjoying episode 9. And shall I just put in just a tantalizing comment in it?
Yeah. You tell them where we're going.
We're going to be talking about dolphin fucking or wanking.
We out.
That's us.
On the next episode. Who's that anime?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no. Previously. That's what I'm gonna edit the next episode to start with. Previously on Who's That Anime, and then have you say that. Then bring it into the new episode. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that.
That makes sense. I'm up for that.
Quote me.
Yep.
Okay. Right. Bye, folks.
Bye.
I'll meet you up by the lockers later. See ya.
Lane! Could they really have forgotten? They forgot?
Lane!
They really did. Alice? What the? Alice! Hey, I want to go to Siberia today. Come on, let's go.
I second!
This is unusual.
Sure, we can get changed to my place again and go from there.
Hey, Alice, what do you think I should wear? Stop it! Alice, I'm over here! It's me! I'm over here, Alice!
Come on, hurry up. Wait for me.
That's right. It's just like you said. Lane is Lane, and I am me.